Yo, okay, so let me show you this real quick. Hey. Nice. You know what it is. So I seen this on TikTok and I'm like, oh my god, I love the way this sounds so much. So we're going to recreate this Dolla, Nelly Furtado, Lollapalooza song. I already remade it and I posted it on my SoundCloud, and it's been getting a lot of likes and streams already. So you guys could check it out. It's definitely something fun. So I want to show you how I made it.
I'm the type of girl to look you dead in the eye. I'm real as it comes if you don't know why. I seen you try to switch it up, but girl, you ain't got the room. I'm a Wonder Woman, let me go get my robe. I'm a supermodel and mommy, see mommy. Amnesty International got Bangkok tomorrow.
Check out the Timbaland section.
Always in the party, everybody put up their hands. I get a half a mil from my beach, you get a couple crack that man ever gon' see that.
All right, so this is super fun. Basically, we got the instrumental and we got the acapella for both songs. They're two separate songs, right? It's unreleased. That's why I remade it. The way we do this is we use AI. This website, melody.ml, will help us separate the instrumental and the vocals. So I got the MP3 for each song. Dolla, Take It and Give It To Me by Nelly Furtado and Timbaland. I then got the MP3s and I uploaded the MP3s to this website. It then gave me this to download. So the Take It folder, so you download. After it downloads, it'll go into a folder, and then you can actually get to the stems. So like this is the Give It To Me, this is the instrumental and the vocals, and then this is the Take It instrumental and vocals. Cool. So then we get those two files, and then we put them into Ableton. You want to make sure you know the instrumental BPM. So the original BPM is 123 for this Dolla song. Keep in mind, this Dolla song originally has vocals in it that he originally put in, but we used the AI website to take those vocals out so that we can put Nelly's in. Know what I'm saying? After we warp it, we make sure there's no like silence at the beginning, and then we just get everything aligned to the beat grid. So in the TikTok, the original BPM, I got using Tap BPM. With Tap BPM, I use this one by All 8. I'll just play it, and then I'll get the BPM as it's playing. So right here, I'll just like tap it like this. Oh yeah. And then it'll give me the BPM right here. So that's what I did with that song. I put 132 for the BPM so that we can align this instrumental to the beat grid. So see, this is the drop, the kick. It's all lined up. You can see it's nice little sections here. Easy. That's the first step, because we need to do that so we can easily move the vocal with the song. Okay, cool. So then when I heard the TikTok, I knew that she starts singing when the first drop happens. So then I was like, cool. That's what we're going to start with. So then we'll go to the downloads. We can go ahead and get the Give It To Me vocals. And then you would drag it in here like this. If you see, mine are kind of chopped up. So I really made sure to get everything that I wanted. The thing is the warping was not perfect. So I chopped it up into these little sections so that I can shift them. Sometimes I'll hold command and shift it a little bit like this to get it on time after I've done my warping. The warping isn't perfect, so each section I had to kind of adjust to make it sound good with the song. That's why you see it like that. So with this,
I'm the type of girl to look you dead in the eye.
that's the original vocal, and it's all slow. So the way we get it fast is we find first the original BPM, which is 111. You could just Google, Give It To Me, Give It To Me BPM, and then it'll show you like 111 right here. So you plug that in to Ableton, put it in Complex Pro to make sure that it warps correctly. And then after we do that, the vocal will speed up. So let's warp. Complex Pro. I'm going to move this to 40 formants to add a little bit of high frequencies. If it's low, it's just all low frequencies. We can add a little bit of highs like this, add more formants. Move this to 111. Now it'll stretch in time.
I'm the type of girl to look you dead in the eye.
So that's after, and then this was before.
I'm the type of girl to look you dead in the eye.
That's the section we want. We know that's what she was singing in the video. And then we can go ahead and move it all the way to the beginning. I'm going to turn off my original one for now. So then we'll play the song and kind of align the vocals up with the beat.
I'm the type of girl.
Well, so right away you hear it's off time. So we're going to move it. So basically I'm listening to I'm kind of imagining where she would start singing. So like when the TikTok played, it was like boom, boom. And then she kind of said I over here. So it's like a beat goes and then she starts singing. So we kind of want to try to align it up like that. We can move it like this.
I'm the type of girl.
Get this on time.
I'm the type of...
We'll still move these and shift it so we can send it. See if we can place it in a better position.
I'm the type of girl to look you dead in the eye.
Now that sounds much better. So earlier it was like this.
I'm the type of girl.
But this one easy shift to the right made it sound like this.
I'm the type of girl to look you dead in the eye.
So that sounds like exactly what I want. So I can go ahead and delete everything because if we move it to the right, it'll just get the rest of the song. So we're going to do that. So I'm also going to listen to the metronome with this to make sure it's on time.
I'm the type of girl to look you dead in the eye.
Nice.
I'm real as it comes if you don't know why.
So this sounds really nicely on time. So let's see how far we can stretch this out until it starts to sound like off time or off beat. I'm going to pull out the whole song. Let's go ahead and take a listen.
I'm the type of girl to look you dead in the eye. I'm real as it comes if you don't know why. I seen you try to switch it up, but girl, you ain't got dough. I'm a Wonder Woman, let me go get my role. I'm a supermodel and mommy, see mommy.
Okay, so starting here, it starts to go off time. And the way I can tell is because my dancing almost stopped. When things are in perfect harmony, things are in good rhythm, then the dancing just is natural, right? And if you're in this natural state of dance and rhythm, eventually you'll be able to feel it change in speed and time. And that's what happens here.
I'm a Wonder Woman.
And even starts to slowly happen in this last verse. So we can mess with this one too.
I'm a Wonder.
And we would just hold command, slightly shift it to the left.
I'm a Wonder Woman, let me go get my role. I'm a supermodel and mommy, see mommy.
So now we have these little sections, right? There's a space. And I can cut each section. I hold command and hit E to make cuts. Then I can hold command and move it left to right to not lock into the grid, align it better so it sounds better on time.
I'm a supermodel and mommy, see mommy.
Keep moving it.
I'm a supermodel and mommy, see mommy.
Then you can see here, when phrases when they start on sections like this, like 25.4, it's like a line, it's a prominent section. These are things to notice. Or when they end on lines like this, 26. That's how we can kind of see that it's starting to get on time.
I'm a supermodel and mommy, see mommy.
Then you can adjust further or back depending on what you like.
See mommy.
Because when they sing, they're not perfectly on time always. Sometimes they're a little bit delayed ahead or delayed behind, and just have to keep those things in mind.
I'm a supermodel and mommy, see mommy.
I like the way that sounds. We'll then keep it extended, delete the other.
I'm a supermodel and mommy.
And we can delete these spaces too, because you can hear it's just nothing. So definitely delete the spaces. And that's what you'll see I did up here too. I would delete those spaces of nothing just to make it super clean in between each verse or phrase, I mean. So we'll go ahead and do that real quick with the ones that we like.
I'm the type of girl to look you dead in the eye. I'm real as it comes if you don't know why. I seen you try to switch it up, but girl, you ain't got dough. I'm a Wonder Woman, let me go get my role. I'm a supermodel and mommy, see mommy. Amnesty International got Bangkok to Montauk on. Love my abs in the video.
ridiculous.
Style is ridiculous. See us in the club when we acting real nice. See us on the floor when we watching all night.
Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me.
Wanna see you work your body.
Okay, so like it's starting to sound off time over here.
Wanna see you work your body.
So I'm gonna grab it, start moving it.
Wanna see you work your body.
Always in the party, everybody put up their hands. I get a half a meal from my
So I'm looking at like how this ends on this line, you know.
body, everybody put up their hands. I get a
Wanna see you work your body.
Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me.
always in the party, everybody put up their hands. I get a half a meal from my bitch, you get a couple friends. And never gon' see the day that I ain't got the upper hand. I'm respected from California, I ate way down to Japan. I'm a real producer and you just
Okay, now you start to see it, he's starting to get off, so we'll go ahead and make a little cut, get him back on.
man. I'm a real producer and you just a piano man. Your song goes off the charts, I heard them, I'm not a fan.
Like we have these little lines right here, we can make sure he's starting on the line before he was kind of off. We're kind of like shifting it.
Charts, I heard them, I'm not a fan. Niggas talking greasy, I'm the one that gave them they chance. Somebody need to tell them that they can't do it like I can. I can.
When we acting real nice.
Sick. Okay, cool. So this is the base of how you do something like this. You get the vocals on time. If you see here in this, when I originally did it, I did a cool little,
See us. Wanna see you work your body.
I repeated the verse, but I turned it down. -12, which is an octave, just so it sounds a little bit different. So I kind of like edited it in my own way.
Wanna see you work your body.
Also chopped out some of the words. So like when the kick hits, there's no vocal, just to kind of give a cool little impact as well. So I just take out club. See you send. And I'll repeat some words like I did the same thing over here at the beginning.
See us in the club when we acting real nice.
See, in the original, I left some space here so we can just listen to the beat too, less vocal. And this just adds dynamics. Over here to the right, it's -7 milliseconds. So with the whole vocal, I did delay it -7 milliseconds just to really place it even better with the beat. So like this one, for example,
I'm the type of,
that we're working on now,
I'm the type of girl.
we can delay it -7 and it will start to shift the whole vocal instead of just one phrase.
I'm the type of girl and look you didn't.
Just tighten it up.
I'm the type of,
And then really I experimented. I just went down, I went up, and I listened to what speed sounded best.
I'm the type of girl and look.
That sounds too delayed.
I'm the type of girl.
It's getting closer. We can go far here.
I'm the type of,
Sounds like she's starting too fast, so then we just find a little sweet spot.
I'm the type of girl and look you didn't. I'm the type of girl and look you didn't. I'm real
This is
as
the
it
sweet-
comes if you don't know why. Seen you try to switch it up, but girl you ain't.
Now, whenever you have an acapella like this, I like to use the reduce ambience to reduce the sound of these silent sections. So this reduce ambience in Ableton will do that.
I'm the type of girl and look you didn't.
That's after.
I'm the type of girl and look you didn't.
So it's almost like removing the reverb, the space.
I'm the type of girl and
Then we can add our own space with our own reverb, like this.
I'm the type of girl and look you didn't. I'm the type of, I'm
Side a
the
little
type
bit.
of girl and look you didn't.
Then use an EQ to then clean up some frequency so that it sits with the other beat. With the EQ, just boost a little bit of highs, remove some of these frequencies, and then cut off the lows.
I'm the type of girl and look you didn't.
Now, if you tuned the actual songs, you'll see that they're two different songs. So you'll use Keyfinder, drag in. This is free, by the way, this Keyfinder. It's in the Mac App Store. It's called Keyfinder DJ, I believe. Yeah, Keyfinder DJ is what it's called. So download this. It's free. It's also for Windows too if you search for their website instead of using Mix for Key, unless you already have that. So we'll get the files, audio files, the instrumental, and we'll get her. We can get her vocals, or we can get the instrumental. This is the instrumental here. If you put it in Key Finder, find keys, you can set it up to give us C minor and the Camelot scale, and then this one's A flat minor. So you can see there's two different keys. So when she sings, some notes will not be perfect in C minor, which is the Dolla song. So what I did was I used the auto tune, the waves tune, and we put it in C minor so that when she is basically singing her verses, this will tune it to C minor just to fix some notes that are not perfect. I got it in key, but then when I heard the original TikTok, she's like singing at a higher pitch. Like she sounds higher pitched than what I made originally. So then what I did was I just double clicked these, highlighted all of them so that we can actually change multiple clips at the same time. And then I use this here to adjust the fine transposition. So we're like fine tuning the vocal, and I fine tuned it up just to give her some higher.
I'm the type of girl that look you didn't.
And you can do that to like kind of fine tune the pitch.
I'm the type of girl that look you didn't.
Hey.
I'm real as it comes if you don't know why.
That's how we get down. Hope you guys like this. Listen to the full song on my SoundCloud. It's available now. Don't forget, Dolla is the OG. Nelly Furtado is the queen. Go so in. Hope you guys like this. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. There'll be more, so stay tuned. Peace out.